Farmers and ranchers rely on technology to manage their businesses, monitor their crops, and even steer their own combines and tractors. Let's take a look at how technology helps farmers manage water and their irrigation systems.
Progression in technology has just exploded in the last 5 years in terms of how we can run a machine from our phones and iPads and from our desktop and actually meet the demands of the crop and measure it in field of how much evapotranspiration that wheat plant is using that day, how much water, and we can speed up and slow down the machine to match that, or we can actually control individual nozzles on that machine now to apply specific amounts of water to specific parts. The equipment that we have today, we can in real time measure the removal of the groundwater, measure the consumption of the crop, match those two up, and actually use less water and grow more crop. It's a phenomenal evolution in terms of how irrigation is moving. It's very site specific.
So here's the app, and we're sitting at the edge of the field, and basically I can scroll right to this pivot. So right now it's telling me that the green is on and blue that it's pumping water, and I'll go to a bigger picture here. So what it's also telling me is that it's irrigated this whole section, that between here and that white line that's the stopping slot, so it's going to go there and stop. So it's on, it's forward, it's at 235 degrees, that's all georeferenced. It's running at 90%, 51 psi out at the end, and the end gun is on, and then that signal strength. But it tells me the commands that were last sent to the machine. It tells me all the readings. It tells me in real time what that machine is performing at. I can actually speed it up and slow it down from right here. I mean, I can start it, but I can just step right in here, and I can be at this thing in a few seconds and know the direction. I can know what it's doing. And so we can start to collaborate and look at the application of water in real time to specific parts of the field and to specific parts of the crop. So when we get to that year-end harvest and we look at that in that post-harvest meeting, sometimes it's bugs, sometimes it's fertility, sometimes it's tillage, compaction. I mean, there's a whole bunch of factors, but what was hard before was to really weed out or sort out the irrigation component. Well, now, because we're tracking all of this, we're able to look at and be able to capture it and utilize that layer and say, maybe this had something to do with what the change was at the field level.